I want you to see my place.
Yeah, well, that must be the world-famous chief.
The first question has to be very easy, the concept behind Manglehorn.
Well, it's actually inspired by a meeting I had when I first met Al Pacino, and I had these strange little ideas of a character that I wanted him to play, and when I walked away from that meeting, Paul Logan and I, a writer friend of mine, just started kind of brainstorming the idea and thinking about different paths of Al's lives and characters that he's played, and thinking about a character that was kind of a collective of everything, and it inspired us.
Hey, Chief, say hello to me. I heard so much about you.
Well, that was part of what we wanted to kind of uncover, is the complexity of a very melancholy man at a point in his life where he's looking back and not looking forward, and the exploration of his history and the potential for uncovering a layer of hope in him. Tim Orr is our cinematographer on the film, and we wanted to create a character in Manglehorn that lives almost in a black and white world. Everything he wears is heavy and gray and brown and black and white, and then really try to create a vibrant, colorful world around him within the characters and the art direction.
And why a kitty?
You know what? I always think a cat is such an interesting, quiet animal that doesn't really get a vote and doesn't express himself in traditional ways, and I thought if there was ever anything that Manglehorn wouldn't have a problem with in terms of personality, it would be a cat.
There's someone asked me a question before about depression. Was I ever depressed? No, not like that. I think what happens is with him, you could feel the reaching out, the inability to stop himself from trying to relive a past or reach the past that he had with those letters that come to this woman whom he loved, and that he finally learns he has to let that go. I think that's sort of the theme of the movie, and I really feel both Paul and David laid it out in the text, because we didn't change the text much. It stayed pretty much the same, which is very unusual for movies. You usually are changing it, but that dynamic. But some of the changes David made were startling, actually. It surprised me when I saw the film. He took things out that were just shocking, and they worked. So that's David Gordon Green, you know. He's amazing.
Well, we just tried to write it very honestly, and then use the dynamic between Chris Messina, who plays his son in the film, and Al Pacino. And I cast Chris because I knew they went way back. They've known each other for a long time and had worked together 15 years ago. And so I wanted to use the dynamic they had in real life and try to play them against each other, and use this film as a strange reunion of the two actors.
Every take we tried to go deeper. We kept looking. We kept trying to use what we have as friends, as actors. I wasn't scared because he's a very, very kind man, a very inviting man, and a very generous man, but I was invigorated.
The beautiful parts about working with someone like Al is their career is so incredible and their stories are so inspiring. So, you know, between takes, it was just fun to sit around and talk with him. And he was a very giving actor. You know, he's dedicated to this craft and this art form, and he succeeded, you know, so thoroughly because I think of his vulnerability and accessibility. So he was a real pleasure to work with, and I learned a lot from him.
Yeah?
You look good.
You do too. Thank you. You look like a racehorse or something.
Al Pacino always talked with Clara, and it seems that love forever exists.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the film in my head, in my heart, is a romantic film, and it is about the expression, not only the expression, but also the dedication to love.
Things just come out of my head sometime.
No.
I always say the wrong thing, but what I meant to say is you look really good.
Have a seat.
I'm okay.